Trump just sent feds to search Muslims' homes in 3 states that all shared one sickening secret. It truly is a mystery how liberals and feminists can advocate Islam as a religion of peace to everyone in the world. It does not take a genius to see how truly horrible this religion is, especially to women and children. The religion of Islam clearly subjugates women and treats them as property rather than individuals. Besides that obvious point, Islam advocates for violence against anyone that does not believe in their sick religion. Instead of these liberal moonbats speaking out against this barbaric cult, they welcome them with open arms. Over the last several years under the Obama administration, our country has been flooded with Muslim refugees. These refugees are not concerned with assimilating to Western culture, but rather hell-bent on destroying it. Thankfully, Barack Hussein Obama is out of office, and we have a president that is putting America and its citizens first. President Donald Trump has wasted no time in doing what he can to secure our borders and push for a stronger vetting process for refugees. And, because of Trump's no-nonsense approach, law enforcement has been able to enforce our laws again. Which is fantastic news considering what federal agents just found in Muslim homes in 3 different states. Over the last several months we have heard about female mutilation happening in our country. FGM is a common practice in the Muslim community that removes part or all of the female clitoris, known as a clitoridectomy. This heinous practice is internationally recognized as a violation of human rights of women and girls. So, why the Vagina Hat Squad is not protesting this is beyond me. In April of this year, Freedom Daily reported about the Michigan doctor who was performing FGM on her female patients. Jumana Nagarla was a Muslim doctor who performed this horrific medical procedure on 2 American girls in Michigan. The girls' parents were immigrants from Muslim countries where this is a common medical procedure. This case prompted federal agents to investigate, and what they found was rather disturbing. Initially, the agents thought that this barbaric practice was contained to just Michigan, but quickly learned that it had spread to 3 different states, California, Illinois, and New York. Here is more from the Detroit News. The grand jury investigation of female genital mutilation has spread to at least 3 more states as federal agents have identified new targets, according to federal court records. The targets live in Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York, according to federal court records and interviews with people close to a criminal case that, until now, was focused solely on conduct involving girls from Michigan and Minnesota. Defense lawyers involved in the investigation fear investigators, namely U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents, are pressuring people with threats of deportation if they do not cooperate. The developments are the latest in a case that alleges 6 people participated in a conspiracy to cut prepubescent girls as part of a religious procedure practiced by a small sect of Shia Muslims from India, the Dawoodi Bohra. Central figures in the case are Dr. Jumana Nagarla of Northville, who was accused of mutilating girls' genitalia at the Burhani Medical Clinic in Livonia, owned by Dr. Fakhruddin Atter. It is extremely intimidating to individuals when immigration agents show up at your house, Fakhruddin Atter's lawyer, Mary Chartier, told the Detroit News. There is definitely an unspoken message, if not an explicitly spoken message, of tell us what we want to hear or you may find yourself deported from this country. That is not lost on the government. They know exactly what they are doing. Steve Francis, special agent in charge of Homeland Security Investigations Office in Detroit, denied that agents were threatening people with deportation in the nation's first federal prosecution involving female genital mutilation. Homeland Security Investigations special agents conduct all investigative activities with the highest level of professionalism and respect, Francis said in a statement Tuesday. Any allegations to the contrary are baseless and without merit. The head of the FBI in Detroit defended his agent's handling of the case. The FBI has and will continue to tirelessly investigate allegations involving harm to children, and we will pursue each and every lead in this case, as it is literally some of the most important work that we do, said David P. Gilius, special agent in charge of the Detroit division of the FBI. As stated previously, it makes no sense at all that feminists are not stepping in and calling for an end to this practice. Aren't these enlightened women the ones that march for women's reproductive rights, sexual freedom, and girl power? If that were the case, you would think that the pink hats would all up in arms, but they are strangely quiet. These women do not care about protecting women, but rather controlling them for their own personal gain. If they really cared about women's rights, they would be standing against this, but instead, they remain silent. And, the white man that they rail against and call sexist is the one that is stepping in to stop the savagery. Hopefully, it will end sooner than later. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.